Calls meeting to order, stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone get a chance to read last month's minutes?
Yes.
Can I get a motion to approve October's minutes?
I make a motion, we approve October's minutes.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to new business. That you, with the salary ordinance, Trina?
Just, I emailed it
Did
to
everyone?
everyone this afternoon, so if there needs to be any changes, I do it in November, so that way if I need to change anything, we can table it and vote for it in December. It just has to be done before January 1st.
So what's everybody's take on that?
Well, I thought beginning January 1 that we were going to increase Kyle to $22 an hour.
If I remember the discussion correctly, since Michaela quit at the end of last year, I said if you wanna go ahead and give him $1 now, if I need to transfer, there'll be extra left over in her line item to transfer. And that you could give him the other $1 raise at the beginning of the year. But the other $2 was dependent on him getting his sewer certification. Is the way I remember it. I could be wrong, like I told Shane, my memory ain't the greatest, but.
That's the way I remember it too.
I know we've had several conversations to make sure all three were on the
Yeah.
same level at the first of the year.
But it won't stay that way and it can't stay that way. The State Board of Accounts, when they come in and audit, they look at consistency. And so like when you hired Sean, even though Chase had been here for 3 years, Sean got hired at more money than Chase had, even though they both had the same number of certificates.
And we're
But-
doing, and what happened?
Well, that's cause Sean didn't do what he was supposed to do.
We had to get rid of Sean because he didn't do what he was supposed to do.
Right.
I think it's just another thing that's going to come up. I don't think we'll be able to keep Kyle.
And I done some figuring before the meeting started, and $20 an hour, the general can take that. More than that, it's gonna go negative before the end of next year. And that's with the 5% increase that I put on there.
I mean, he's not gonna be making any more. And then still gonna be another at least 9 months before Walker could even get one certification.
It's
Longer
2
than
years
that
thing
for
goes
David.
for David.
It's 2 years for them to get any of the water. Or, I mean, it's a year for the sewer, but
That's what I'm saying, so we have 2 new people that's getting paid more and will not become certified for at least another year and a half. That's my opinion.
do we wanna table this till next month?
I'll make a motion, we table it till next month.
Second, can I get a second to table this?
No.
Do you wanna discuss it more?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do think we should at least give him, if we can give him the $1 raise, I think we should do it now.
Yeah. I make a motion that we
Do you
give,
think he deserves $22 an hour
Yeah.
after the first of the year?
I do.
just, I wanna let you guys know that if you vote and you approve this, and the budget goes negative, I'm gonna let the state board of accounts know that I advised against it, and that I have no way to fix it.
Because it is budget money.
But once he gets his sewer certification, you can, I mean, it can come out of that,
I'll have to, I have no choice,
a
because
third
we're
or whatever it
obligated
is.
to.
or a quarter, or whatever it may be.
Does he have a date where he can take his sewer again?
He
I've
hasn't
not
brought
heard.
it up since, I can't remember if this was the second or third time he tested and didn't pass,
Second.
and he hasn't brought up going and taking it again since then. But from what Doug said, Walker should be able to take at least one, if not two, of his tests within 6 months.
I don't understand how he can do that. Nobody else has.
If there's a form that they can fill out for, just like that guy that lives out right across the railroad tracks was going to get a, I forget what it's called, a pre-authorization, certification, preliminary certification, something or other like that. But they have to have a certified operator sign off on it and say that they agree that they could go ahead and test. But, like I said, that's your guys' decision, not mine.
Well, we'll say if we cannot give him 22 at the beginning of the year and we can give him $1 now, I think we should. And we can discuss the 22, we can table that till later.
So you're motioning to make his pay $20 an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
Second,
Aye.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So do we need to table it, or is that
You
a done deal?
can bring up, when you wanna amend it, then you can bring it up again and I'll make an amended one and then you can discuss that then. Sound
Okay,
fair?
sure.
Okay.
The Silversmith quote for the tablet, the new tablet.
I sent everybody one, I do have a copy here because it's gotta be signed. When I talked to Brandon, he said that he feels the town only needs one other tablet. I do have one here for 2 tablets. But Brandon said he feels that one extra tablet should be sufficient. So that's the 1 for 1. If you wanna see the 1 for 2, I can pass that down.
Is that what you sent us via email?
Yes, I did send
Okay.
an email. If everybody got the email, it's the same as what I emailed them today.
I did.
I didn't notice the 2, but I did notice.
I might not have sent the 1 with 2, I might have just
It's
sent
just
the
the
1
one.
with 1,
Okay,
but it's just double.
okay.
Do you have copies?
No, I've probably seen it, but,
It's what I emailed you this
Right.
afternoon.
so one is $450,
Yep,
and then there's a service,
yeah, it's, the breakdown is on the second page of what the total first year cost would be and then the renewal cost at thereafter.
so the first year it would be $1,050, that's the tablet and the 1 year,
The data,
the data,
yeah.
and then after that, it's 600.
Mhm.
And he says we only need one more?
In his opinion, that we only need 1 more tablet, not 2.
I would think that 2 total tablets would be fine.
That's what
You know,
Brandon's opinion was, especially, he said there ain't no sense in spending more money than what you have to spend.
Can I get a motion to accept the Silversmith service agreement for another tablet?
I'll make the motion to accept the service agreement for the second tablet, Silversmith.
Second,
second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Alright,
I need that back, Shane.
I will. You want me to sign it?
Oh, yeah, if you wanna keep it until the end, you can.
Engineering service agreement. Do you have those, Trina?
This is the one for the asset management plan. And did I leave that other one laying on my desk?
I thought you just put
Nope,
it
I
in.
brought it right here. And this breaks down the, community crossing resurfacing program. It has the streets and the total cost and all that stuff on there.
And this will all come out of that, the community crossings, I believe, is how they get paid, right?
I think so.
I think
The
that's how it
engineers get paid out of the grant, it's the grant administrator that you can't pay out of grant money.
Which is one of these things. So can I get a motion to accept these two engineer service agreements?
what is the totals?
The one for the streets is $64,360. And the asset plan is $5,600.
Is it the same as what we did last year? What
They-
they were applying for?
Yes. Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. We need to get these.
He has the award letter that he's
Yeah.
gonna read after, I just didn't put them in the right order.
So I guess I could do that now. I got Trina and I got an email on November 3rd from Indiana Department of Transportation. The Indiana Department of Transportation has completed the review and selection of projects for funding 23-24 Community Crossing Matching Grant Fund. Your community has preliminarily, been awarded $244,205.91 in community crossing matching grant funds based upon your estimates from your project application. NDOT will be transmitting an award letter in the upcoming weeks. The community crossings matching grant funds, which are administered by NDOT, will be used for funding up to 75% of the construction of your project or the purchase of materials. These grant dollars will enable you to help build and improve Indiana's infrastructure. The state of Indiana looks forward to partnering with all Hoosier communities, both urban and rural, to invest in road and bridge infrastructure projects. Improvements to local roads and bridges will bring about economic development, create jobs, and strengthen local transportation networks for all of Indiana. So, yeah, we have been preliminarily awarded the money to do the milling and repaving of South Street from Century Drive to US 27, East North Street from 27 to the city limits, South Green from Cherry to Fountain Avenue, North Green from Main to Davis, Main Street from Front to US 27.
When is that supposed to take place?
Next year.
Tomorrow.
That would be nice.
Wrong.
You wanna be out of town when that
In
happens?
2 weeks, yes.
So you need a motion now?
Yes, can I get a motion to accept both of these contracts for Triad?
I'll make a motion to accept both of the contracts from Triad.
Second,
I second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, unfinished business.
So it was brought up, I think, 2 months ago, approximately, if not longer than that, as far as on the storm drains. As far as the plugging of them, as far as getting them unplugged, I had asked Kyle for updated quotes on that, and I don't see it in the department report at this moment, so we're gonna have to table that one until next month.
Has he reached out to Cobalt about the one on Davis?
Well, yeah, it he was supposed to get with all of them, or check around as far as getting prices, as far as that would be the ones there in front of Bob's house, which is Green Street between Mill and Main, and then, Mill Street and Walnut, those in there, and then also is mentioned about something about Davis,
Davis and 27.
Davis and 27,
Does that one still got the felt in it?
not to my knowledge.
That's what David said last month. I don't know if it's been moved
Yeah,
since
it's,
then.
I do believe Kyle said that he didn't see any felt as far as that goes, so, but I don't see any updated quotes as far as to clean out the ones that we're aware of, so we'll have to table that until next month to try and get those. Do you see it in there?
Take a motion to table the plug storm drains until next month.
I'll make that motion to table the plugged drains until next month.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Meter replacement.
I think that's in the department report, so if you wanna just hold off on that until he reads
Yeah.
through, cause I think some of them already been done.
Okay, well, and I talked to Lou this afternoon. He is trying to get some other things together. He is working on finding out where the missing ones are, or what happened with the missing meters. Just so everyone's aware. They are working on it, so. Department reports.
Street department continuing with leaf cleanup, having a lot of people dumping grass and leaf piles. No grass and leaf piles or they will not be picked up. And I'm having trouble with them plugging up the blower. Installed salt box and plow, tested all controls. Ordered and received road salt for the winter, replaced battery in the street department truck. Assisted water department with meter replaced at 103 Water Street. Assisted sewer department with septic repair at 110 North Street and 108 Pearl Street. We'll be closing park bathrooms next week due to the temps dropping into freezing conditions.
Is that like this next week or?
Yeah, I think.
I would
Probably
assume so.
before Thanksgiving, or
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving.
Water department, 103 water meter. Start over. 103 Water Street meters moved and changed to radio read. One curb stop put in. Got SCADA quote from Rob Jefferson. Annual testing done. 104 Pearl meter broke. New meter installed and pit fixed in driveway. Backwash 17,000 gallons this month. Started clean the shop and organize. Shelves built as well. USC delivered new heads, waiting on the clips so they can be installed. Lou met with us and went over the meter issues. Things needed for projects, SCADA quote attached. Compact logic is recommended by Doug and Rob. Put new meter heads on the remaining touch reads. Finding remaining assets not located and GPS them. Start to get quote for 100 building to move the meter. Getting inventory with Silversmith system up and going. Continued to clean and organize shop. Quote for 100 building meter moved back. He called me about that and I said, the way the weather's getting, wait until next year when the weather's better. Got a quote here from Maxim Automation. Well,
You got two. That's what I said, there should be two there,
yeah,
for that SCADA system.
you know,
I think that one and that one, that one and that one are one,
quote is for $21,500 for meeting your SCADA control and monitoring needs. The purpose of this proposal is to replace the failing PLC with equipment that is up to date and readily available. The proposed Allen Brady equipment is a commonly used industry standard and available to be worked on by multiple contractors. Should Fountain City choose to do business with integrators other than Maxim. This proposal utilizes the compact platform which can accommodate future growth. Please note that while the compacts can accommodate additional hardware and monitoring and control capabilities, the existing Hoffman enclosure is not big enough. Discussion and design of new closure will need to take place in the future should further automation be needed. The following components: automation direct PLC with Allen Brady, automation direct HMI touchscreen with Maple HMI touchscreen power supplies, components that will remain and be reused, enclosure and back plate, terminal blocks, wire tray and cover, den rail, circuit breakers, and relays. Bill of materials along with a list of clarifications and exclusions is included for your review. And that was for the $21,500.
The other one's the same, it's just a folder software.
Okay, this other one is, utilizes Microlex 1400. While the Microlex 1400 can accommodate additional hardware for monitoring and control capabilities, the existing Huffman enclosure is not big enough.
So the $16,000 one would be a lot more work to get it up to what it needs to be.
And it's an older software.
It's old.
Right.
So what do we want, out of date faster?
Right.
So the extra 4,000 would keep you from having to update software sooner.
And I know that that SCADA system has been crashing quite frequently, has it
Yeah.
not?
Correct. They have to monitor it pretty much every day.
And there's money there for that.
Yeah, that'd come out of the sewer system. Or you could use, I'd have to do some figuring to see if Edit has it, or what's left in ARPA. But I'm pretty sure that's just sewer, or would it be, I'd have to act,
I
that's
think
just
that's
sewer,
part
isn't
of
it?
the
This is,
water system too,
this
isn't
is
it?
water.
Or be
Yeah.
water and sewer.
Yeah, split it in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cecil, you got anything on those?
I have no input at this time.
So this company, the guy that owns it is actually the one that
Basically, the
has
system
our
that
system now.
they've been talking about.
He just
since
got
Chase
bought
was
out a
there.
few years
No,
ago.
we needed a SCADA system back there.
So can I get a motion to purchase the $21,500 SCADA system for the monitoring of literally the water tower and the sewer system, is it not? Is it for both?
Just
No, it's just for making with the high service pumps kicking on and off.
So it is only water.
I do
Yeah.
believe so, yes.
Yeah.
So could we split it with
Yeah,
water and edit, so we don't
That's-
kill the edit?
I will, cause we haven't used Edit a whole lot, I will do some figuring and see if Edit can take the whole hit, since water is the lower of the two utilities. But either way, we can still get it.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to purchase the new SCADA system for $21,500.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Are you about done?
No. 100 building meter move quote, labor 4 hours, 2 people, $44 per hour for 2 people, $176. Materials, UCS quote is 900 plus. 2 bags of sand, $10, grass seed, $45, straw, $12, total $11.43.
And that's when we,
That's to move it outside, right?
Yeah,
that's when we said move next summer?
yeah. Cause we sure don't wanna have water lines dug up and we get hit with 20 degrees below zero all of a sudden.
Absolutely.
Man, knock on some wood over there, will you please?
Now, it's not, that weather isn't here yet. I mean, as far as that goes, it's still during the day.
Here's a quote on for the 100 building, $911, and it's gonna be another $100 for a bypass.
Which we just need to table which we don't even need to vote on any of that right now. Since we're gonna wait till spring to do all that, right?
Yeah.
Cause I mean, that right there says it's gonna be 6 to 8 weeks before they
6
get
to 8
that
weeks
far.
Before we get
They're
it
gonna
in.
leave that meter in, that bypass is just where they're gonna take the old meter out.
Yeah,
That's, so that wouldn't hinder them being able to do it technically next week or the week after, one of the two.
is that for the 100 building?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
So they have access to it as far as being able to shut it off and all that. I would recommend that we go ahead and get it taken care of now. Cause I mean, the weather is getting cold, but during the day, it's still above freezing.
Yeah,
and they're
cause
able-
there's some issues with property management changing hand versus who actually owns the building and then paying the bill that they owe me. Cause some people that live there are gonna be mad when their water gets turned off.
And as of right now, we don't have access, correct? Or do we temporarily?
He's
Did
been
they-
able to get in there, but it's not a guaranteed. They can block him from getting in that door if they so chose to, he wouldn't be able to get in.
There's, on that combination door?
He's got the code, he can get in and he knows the room the meter's in, but if they put something on the door that the meter's actually in, he won't be able to get to it. He's been able to read it the last 2 months, but that's no guarantee that it'll continue without that bypass.
I'll make a motion, we go ahead and get that done then.
I'll second that.
The bypass?
Moving the meter out.
How many total meters are there?
I think
It's just
it's
one.
just one,
It's just one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's all there?
Everything we need to,
What we think happened, and I've asked Ron about it too, is what's in there right now is kind of a special meter. It's not a 5/8, it's actually a 3/4 compact meter. And what was supposed to be put in there when the project was done was a 1-inch meter. Well, fittings had to be changed. The 1-inch meter was found back there at the garage with the paperwork for the 100 building information on it, but it was never changed.
Nice.
All in favor for them, the guys go ahead and do this?
Alright,
Aye.
aye.
Who motioned and who second? I didn't miss
Steve
that part.
motioned it, I seconded it.
Okay.
Sewer department, things done, discharged 831,000 gallons in September, did 2 discharges in October, transferred pond 1 and 2 into cell 3 twice, north lift station cleaned, skid steer serviced, mag meters, annual calibration on the 3 needed, trimmed trees at lagoons, prepared and began stone setup at lagoons, did line test of both chemical lines at lagoons, septic repair at 110 North and 108 Pearl. Final discharge used all chemicals. Won't need chemicals until spring. Shed was cleaned out and organized. Things needed for projects, to-do list, equipment garage loft to be cleaned up and see what we still can use. Finish stone at lagoons and knock down brush around ponds. Transfer ponds to get the correct level that should be stored in the ponds. Finish cleanup of branches cut down. Backhoe needs serviced, hasn't been serviced since Kyle has been here. Camera snake quote, 3rd truck for David. I'm done.
Are you sure?
No.
Yeah, he is.
Thank you.
One other thing, oh, never mind.
You're killing the time here, you know that. I'll read the police department's report. He's got 0 cases drawn. He's got 2 active cases. That'll bring him up to 33 for the year. He's got the 40-hour handler course completed, working on firearms training, end of year administration. Received a donation from Freedom Buick Studebaker and Triad towards the K9. Received donation of heat system and training aids from private donor. That's about all Kerry has. On the fire department side, we have discovered that we have a truck that has a bed on it that's 19, what did we figure out that was? 55, 56, the little tanker. Most of you know it as the Little Giant. We're in the process of trying to spec out a new truck to replace that one, because that truck has sprung some leaks, and we have to fill it up before we can even take it out of the station. So, that's a work in progress. We've got a couple different manufacturers we've talked to, myself and Wes, so when that gets moving more, I will definitely bring more on that. We got a grant last year for extrication wildland firefighting gear, and we got the money. The gear's on order. It should be here within the next couple weeks, but they're having problems getting zippers, so I don't know how long that's gonna be. Other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot going on over there. It's been kind of hit and miss, so. Visitors, who wants to be the first one?
I'll go. Is this where I stand?
Absolutely.
There we go. I'm Pat Smoker. Thank you for letting me come and talk tonight. I'm here representing Richmond Sanitary District. The district has owned and operated a landfill for many years, had a recycling program for nearly 30. The equipment for the recycling program is that same equipment for the whole 30 years, and it is getting beyond its useful life, and we're looking to replace this. As the EPA recently put out a comprehensive new guide and strategies toward recycling and landfill diversion as a whole. As we look to replace the equipment, we do not plan to do so in kind, but in a way that puts us closer in line with the EPA's new strategies, particularly as those have the potential to become future mandates. In general, the EPA believes that nationally, landfills receive 50% of material that could be diverted. As we're looking into what our program will become, and actively applying for the significant grant dollars available for the next 4 to 5 years, we believe there's a chance that the district would be in a position to broaden its recycling program to neighboring communities. There's still a lot of work to do on our end to get all the details worked out on what that may be and what options are available to us, but to help us plan, I'm kind of visiting all the neighboring communities and even broadening inside the district itself, but we were asking permission from councils and bodies if we can put out a survey to its citizens, trying to gather data on what the citizens would like to see, such as how they would like to see it done, if they would like to see it done, and if this council would agree to us sending that survey out. My question would be how best to distribute information here. We usually include flyers and bills and things of that nature, social media, links on the website. We can have all that prepared and hand it over to you if that works, if you agree to it. So yes, that is my question.
Would they say, well, you guys do get this and you want to expand out, would that be another charge on our residents to do this?
Potentially, we don't know how it'll come out. I mean, obviously, how much grant money we get changes a lot in this. How many communities we have the potential to grab. So the idea is, just to give a brief overview, I don't want to get too far in the weeds here, be respectful of your time, but Richmond's program currently, they collect recycling 1 week, and then the second week, we hand sort it. We don't believe in the future we'll be sorting at all. So that means that staff and those trucks that are sitting idle now while they sort would be able to go out. So obviously, we're not looking probably to buy more trucks. That's not really our goal. It's there's different methods of us. Basically, our commingle, the plastics and all that, would be shipped out and be sorted at these giant auto sort facilities like in Cincinnati or Columbus. And those are just not cost effective for smaller communities like Richmond and Wayne County. We just nowhere near producing what they do. In fact, their machines are doing like 120-mile radiuses. I mean, you know, and that's in the heart of Cincinnati, right? So that's, I mean, just the massive load there. So we're not looking to buy new trucks. Trucks are almost $300,000 a pop right now. So it'll depend on, you know, we just did a waste audit. Leanne Hahn is here with me now, who wrote a grant that we got approved for a waste audit, but they're sorting through Richmond's trash, breaking out what's even available within Richmond, because we know Richmond only has 41% participation right now, or somewhere in that ballpark of recycling. So again, what we find is how much is available with the equipment we currently have will dictate that in grant money. So there's potential for some fees being an option. And again, it would all be up to any councils or boards to decide that. We're just wanting to try to pull data to see what is even available out there.
That's the obstacle we ran into with people that are interested in having it, but they don't wanna pay another utility fee
Oh,
to
for
have it.
sure. And
So,
we completely
that's why we
get
don't
that.
have it.
Yeah, and a lot of communities don't. We just, what we're trying to do is we know right now there's a lot of build money out there, so there's a lot of grant money available in the next 4 to 5 years. And if within 10 years, the EPA mandates landfill diversion, at that point in time, if people have to do something, the grant money won't likely be there, right? So our goal is to try to be ahead, especially as we run a landfill. The mandate will likely be on landfills, and then landfills will push that out to trash that's coming, saying you've got to divert material, right? So from the landfill side, that's where we're really looking at diversion. And we realize nobody wants to pay the cost. The idea is, hopefully, if we were running it, if it became a mandate, right, per se, if the trucks cost that much and I have 4, each community, it would be probably redundant, right, for everybody to buy a truck, you know, to spend $300,000 and all that, if it became a mandate. And again, you would be the body that would decide whether or not you think, if we bring something back and say, hey, we might be able to get Fountain City, there is a charge, there isn't a charge, whatever it may be, right? And you would have to weigh that on whether you think it will become a mandate and whether it's cheaper, cost sharing, and whatever we bring back, you know, that would be completely up to you.
I know a few years ago we had, you know, we did do the recycling up there, and I know my household used it quite a bit on
I've
that
had
side of it.
several come in and ask me about a dumpster that used to be here for recycling now. I
'Cause,
don't
mean,
remember it
I
at
mean,
all.
it did cut our trash
But you're talking
Well,
like
that's why
a-
they got rid of it, is because
Other
it was,
people.
there was no way to secure it and people were putting trash in it.
You're talking a
instead of
different
using
receptacle, like our rosy rollers are now.
It could be that manner. I mean, there are the drop-off stations, which you're all referring to, and
Yeah.
by and large, nationally, everybody has the same problem. You put a tub out and it's not fenced and not policed, it will become a trash dump to a lot of people, and then it's not cost prohibitive to the people who are collecting it and have to sort trash out.
Yeah.
And, you know, it becomes that. It's the way cheaper alternative though. One dumpster is way cheaper than everybody having a can and a truck to come pick up that can, right? It's way
Right.
cheaper, but, you know, compliance is a real big issue on that. But
Right.
if the data comes in on that, and maybe something that could be tried again or re-looked at if they're grant money, I mean, if I had staff that could, you know, maybe police it part of the time, or a fence could go up, right? You know, there could be things that could maybe be an option for that, we don't know that yet. And we haven't even built the survey yet. I mean, we know rough ideas of what we might put in. We were successful in getting a grant 3 years ago or so to start a curbside cardboard program. And we did a survey like this to poll this. So we have some similar questions that are built into that in some pieces, but there's some other things we're gonna flesh out as we get the waste out results back and some things like that, so.
We do have a website that we put surveys on before, like our income survey that we have to get done for grants.
I don't think a survey would be a bad idea. I mean,
And we'll
But
share-
not
obviously,
everybody
we'll
has
share
the
results.
website, and not we got enough participation to be able to get what we needed for the grant, so that's one way.
What we
that-
did too with this is what we put on there a phone number that people could call if they don't like using the internet, and we will have a person at the district who can do the survey for you over the phone, like read you the questions, you tell the answers. I mean, they're essentially anonymous. Anyway, so we can definitely do that, and we will share the data with any communities that we reach out to. We'll share holistically, not just your community. We're willing to share holistically the data that we receive, so.
Okay.
Alright, thank you, just let me know, and I think I have your email.
I have a question.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Do they currently send out utility bills monthly?
Do you send out utility bills?
We do.
monthly?
We have
If you
our
want to-
water and sewer, yeah.
We'll get with you on how to distribute it if you all decide if that works, and we can do that.
anyone?
I'll go next. Okay, guys.
Don't forget to sign the book.
I'm going to sign it right now, so that I don't forget, because then I will, and I'll get in trouble, and it's on camera. So. Okay, I'm Angie Smith, I'm here a little bit early, all y'all know about the eclipse next April,
Mhm.
so I'm here on behalf of Fountain City Forward. We are planning some events, and I just wanted to give you a heads up of what is kinda going on, that way we can kinda make sure everything is cool. I'm hoping to use this room for maybe an art show. Anyway, the eclipse is on Monday the 8th, we're gonna have like what am I saying, the art show and a craft fair. The craft fair will be at the Lions Club, they're gonna do some stuff, so that kinda helps them. I was hoping, if we can use this for our art show, that would be great. Sunday night, we're doing a 5K glow run, which we still have to figure out that route. We're coming into Carrie was at our last meeting, so we're coming into some not wanna run by 27, don't wanna cross this, that, so, we just wanna keep you guys, and I can like print out some stuff and keep you guys apprised of what we're doing. We're trying not to be in the way or whatever, but, there's gonna be a lot of people here, I hear, and I guess I can't leave now, cause I'm in charge of some of it, so. If y'all leave, don't leave me here by myself, no. So that's really, what else, Terry? Was there just?
I think the art show is opening it up to the public, but as well as trying to bring in the high school art
Yes.
programs into it as
Yeah,
well.
we're gonna use the property. But we were trying to find, we were going to use, we reached out to the meeting house, the Friends, the New Garden, not New Garden, the one the Lions Club, or the Levi Coffin House uses. But they said no, they need some. So this is close to the Lions Club, so it's walking distance, it can kinda hit both things. If you guys think this might work for us, we're gonna try to get some like stands and things so that we're not like taping things, but incorporate the kids, the high school art teachers, that kind of thing.
And trying to do something that other communities aren't doing, so there's
Yeah.
not duplication of what other communities are doing.
Yeah, because Hagerstown's they're doing fireworks, a car show, a night parade, like all kinds of stuff. So we're trying to not do the same thing to try to draw people. And there's a Wayne County, site,
Which is, yeah.
the joint page that has like what everybody's doing.
The Wayne County Tourism Bureau.
Yeah, okay. But Mary was at our, last meeting and she gave us a lot of information, so we've got to, but I can totally keep you apprised, definitely. I'm not, like I said, the route is what's bothering us because we've decided we're not gonna run as dark, we're gonna kinda end as it's getting dark, because we wanna be safe.
You wanna tell them the names, the
Oh, yes.
clever names?
Yes, because it's eclipse, so the art show is total eclipse of the art. And the 5K run will be Bark Side of the Moon. No, yes, Bark Side of the Moon, because we have a co-sponsor, I think. So we'll have a pet walk also. So anyway, that's what we're doing. So if anybody has any questions,
There's been discussion about homemade ice cream next door, but
I reached out thinking we could maybe use, and then you guys could sell stuff, but, and I get it, it's fine, so.
there was discussion, but
It's cool, I get it,
it's still up in the air.
that's cool. Yeah, and I think the Lions Club might do pork chops, so, I've got an idea to try to help a couple other businesses, cause we're trying to use all the organizations. I haven't been able to get in touch to be able to talk to anybody at the Fountain City Rec Association yet. So, I don't know, cause we were thinking like softball tournament or cornhole tournament during Sunday, but I don't know if that's
Chris
gonna happen.
Williams is on.
See, somebody gave me Eric Davis's number, but he's,
I don't know if Eric's still affiliated with him or not. I'm not 100% sure, but I know Chris Williams is.
Chris Williams is. Okay, alright, we can do that, so.
Okay.
Any other questions for me? I'll keep you apprised as anything goes.
So you're just asking permission for this one?
For this room,
Yeah.
can I have this room?
Anyone opposed?
As long as you don't put anything, tape or put any holes in the wall.
Yeah, I think we're trying to get someone that's got, like shelving display
Or
things
easels.
and then easels and things like that.
Better talk to Kerry if he's gonna wanna police the building while you guys have it open.
We've already discussed
Yeah.
a little bit of
Okay.
that.
A little bit. You can
And
come
I'll
to my next
Get
meeting.
with you guys or a couple of you just to have a sit down about this event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be fine, willing to help out.
Now, as far as what to expect, what's gonna go on, cause there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff anticipated
Yeah,
that's gonna happen.
so,
Just because of the mass visitation that's gonna happen
Yeah.
in Wayne County.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think we need to have a group,
Just like a group discussion.
a public, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not necessarily public, but.
No, yeah. But
And have even the street guys, the sewer guys, everybody here, cause it's gonna affect them too.
Yeah.
So,
You can do a special meeting just to discuss that topic.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Alright, that's all I wanted. I'll keep you apprised
thank you.
yeah.
and reach out if anybody has any questions.
Got the room.
I did, I got the room.
Do you have anything back there, young lady?
Yes, I do.
You're giving me that look.
Tried to come home about 2 weeks ago and turn off at 27 onto Cherry Street. Couldn't do that because the semi had it blocked. So then, another time, we come off of Fountain City Pike onto Water Street and couldn't get onto my property because truck and trailer met us at the curve. They backed up, we finally got home. Looked out my window this morning and there was a truck, an oversized trailer, headed west on my side of the street. And in the middle of the street was a semi headed east. I had to call 911 for an emergency. They couldn't have got to my house unless they backed up and come down Fountain City Pike and up Water Street and hopefully wouldn't have to meet the semi when they turned on Cherry Street. I really think something ought to be done before there's a big tragedy.
this a Pepsi?
And I can't hear very well tonight,
Is that
so
a
I don't know
Pepsi
what you
truck?
said.
Is it a Pepsi semi?
Is it a Pepsi truck?
Huh?
Is it a Pepsi truck that was sitting there?
I really don't know. Cause
I,
sometimes it's Pepsi and sometimes it's two others and I can't even think what they are.
I don't know what, because I see Pepsi, I have called Pepsi, and I have called Coke.
What did she say?
She has called Pepsi Company and
I've talked to their drivers.
she's talked to
I've
the
talked to the owners of the mini mart, and I don't know how to stop them.
She's
Yeah.
even talked to
I
the
don't know how to
people at
stop
the
'em.
mini mart.
The only way you're
You
really
know,
gonna do
used to semis parked on the mini mart, parking lot. I don't really care where they park as long as it ain't in the middle of my street where I can't get in or out.
only way you're gonna resolve it, and you'll probably have to talk to Aubrey on this, is create an ordinance and
No trucks on that
no
road.
trucks and the parking
I don't know
type
what he
thing.
said.
I would,
They said
That would be
like
something you need to talk to
create an
Aubrey
ordinance
about.
where there's
I know there's
no
an ordinance already about parking anything with more than 6 wheels,
Right.
but I
I
haven't
think that needs,
updated.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, usually I see them when I go to work.
There, and I know a couple of them, and I think Wes has been pretty lenient.
So
with them
roughly
parking.
around 7, you'll see a Pepsi and a Coke semis on that street at the same time. And then sometimes you see Crystal Springs. So she's right. You
People
know,
just think they can park wherever they wanna park,
She's arguing
basically.
things she's,
I'm sorry, I'm
You're
deaf
fine.
and I can't hear very well
You're fine,
tonight.
I can't either. You wanna borrow mine?
she can't hear very
So-
well either.
And there's
Mainly,
no,
It's Tuesdays that are delivery days.
and they're on 27, they can park right there on 27, right?
They
They
can
can,
park on
yeah.
27.
They,
Now, one day when I went to work, Coke
Yeah.
was actually
They
in
can,
the
yeah.
lot, which is where they should be, and when I managed that place moons ago, that's where they parked, was right on the edge, and it's concrete now. There's
It's a lot
absolutely
easier
no
for a
reason why they cannot park.
Regular car to
right
park
there.
someplace else, that when the delivery truck's there, then a delivery truck to park somewhere else.
this is what happens.
Yeah,
I'd just submit it to the attorney and see what she can kick out.
So we can-
I know Shane's called the owners, I know Kyle has went down there and talked to the drivers,
We talked,
and they don't care.
we'll just have to,
We'll get with the attorney and see what we can make happen.
They're gonna get with the attorney and see what they can make happen.
I appreciate it.
Anyone else? Ooh. Can I get a motion to approve claims and payments?
I make a motion we approve claims and payments.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to
Motion
adjourn?
we adjourn.
Second?